everyone, and welcome to this channel where we will be looking at different aspects of the English language which may cause confusion or difficulty to learners of English and speakers of English as a second, third or maybe even fourth language. Today we are going to be looking at one of the most confusing spelling patterns in the English language, which is words that are written with OU. For example, why are the words out, through and young pronounced completely differently despite being written with OU in all three cases? By the end of the video, I hope you'll be able to recognise the main sounds and differences and avoid some common mistakes. Well, we have 4 different sounds that are used in words with OU in English. And probably the most common one is ow, as in the word now. For example, words such as account, mouth, house, loud, round, mountain and surround are all pronounced with the OU as ow. Another common sound made by OU is oo, as in shoe or food. For example, words like you, which are high frequency words, meaning that they're words that we use very often. So we have you. Through is another one that we use constantly all the time, so it's important to pronounce them right. Then we have words such as group, soup, through, souvenir and coupon, for example. Now, as there is no particular rule, you might want to observe the pattern that this oo sound is quite often followed by a P. And the other explanation for this sound is that some of these words, or quite a lot of them, are words that come from the French language and have remained in the English language. Another sound that we have is as in the word umbrella. For example, young, which is another high frequency word, enough, country, couple, double, touch, cousin and rough. Occasionally, the OU is pronounced as oo, as in good. This happens, for example, with the words should, would or could. And in this case, this is because these words were pronounced differently historically, but with the time have developed into this pronunciation of oo. Learners should also bear in mind that they should never pronounce the L when they're pronouncing these words. So it's just should, would and could, for example. Right, there are exceptions, if you like exceptions, because in this case we are talking about patterns more than anything. There is no particular rule, but some common exceptions that might lead people to confusion would be the word bow, pronounced bow and not bow. Okay, the meaning of this word is branch, like a branch of a tree, you know, the boughs of a tree. Dough is another common word, and it's dough, pronounced in that way. And another one is though, okay, because as we have through, often learners might confuse through and though. And another one which sometimes causes difficulty is the word cough, which is completely different to anything that we've discussed until now. Okay, so these are some of the common patterns that we have and are well worth observing if you would like to improve your pronunciation. Now, let's practice this. Which sound is correct? Ow, oo or ah? Owl, found. Oo, soup. Ah, tough. Owl, blouse. Oo, through. House, whose, loud, loop, found, food. Owl, bow. Oo, youth. So, here's what to remember. OU usually sounds like ow or oo in words. However, there are many exceptions. The best way to learn is to group words by sound. And another thing you can do is to read aloud as much as you can and really pay attention to the way you pronounce the words. I hope you found this helpful. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!